Welcome back to AI Today. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Badeau. Thank you for joining us today. We are using AI tools for a very practical, application. It's trying to build a business plan and really deep diving into some of the components of that business plan. And why are we doing that? So we can save you time, like we always are trying to do. This way, you can focus on higher priority activities and things that you really wanted to do when you initially tried to start your business, right? And so that's what our goal is. We just generated a PowerPoint presentation that had a framework for a business plan. Again, a lot of different options out there on software that can do some of those things. But ChatGPT is probably the largest AI tool set that's out there. That's the reason I'm focusing on it for you all. I also have Cohere in the background to show you just a little bit different perspective on what sort of material it can produce and how you can leverage these tools going forward. Now we're going to start just really quick back up at the executive summary because I wasn't thrilled necessarily about the mission statement. Now it's not bad, quite honestly. However, for the purpose of our demo, I'm not thrilled, right? And so I want to refine it. I want to say, well, let's do a little bit better when it comes to that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this information and I'm going to just cut it, copy it. Actually, we're not going to cut it. We're going to copy it. I'm going to paste it into ChatGPT. I'm going to say, I really would like you to refine the message so it's more focused on, let's say, natural treatments. Now, again, I'm probably the worst one to be doing, anything around hair and salon type stuff. So if I mess up, don't send me an email when it comes to this. I'm doing this from a demo perspective, but focus on natural treatments and natural services. Okay, so we're asking it to redo it, try to do a little bit better when it comes to those sort of things. And so you can see it's starting to refine. It says to create a haven of natural beauty and relaxation, offering personalized, eco-friendly treatments that enhance well-being and confidence through the use of organic and sustainable products. Now that's more in line with what I, have asked it to do. And that's pretty darn good, actually, from a statement perspective. And then you can start to see that it's refined what the objectives are, and it's also refined a little bit on what those monthly revenue targets are. You can do the exact same thing for anything associated with this business plan, or even just in general. We started high. Big target, remember, big target, and then we're starting to try to get down to what that bullseye is going to be, because that's the best way to use these tools. Is if you try to boil the ocean and have it do everything right off the bat, it's not going to do what you're really hoping that it would. It's just not. These tools are very good, but they're not to that level yet of being able to just say, one thing and it just go off and it be perfect, right? And so a lot of work to do, a lot of human intervention, but that's not a bad thing. This way we can really get specific and fine tune it the way that we want it to go. And so, we'll stick to the executive summary over here. We're talking a little bit about, some hairstyling and some skincare and those sort of things. We want to really try to figure out, how we can refine our description. I know the big thing is right now, is it going to be, since it's a salon and you're going to have that customer interaction, where's a good location for us to set up our business in that general, area. And so let's go down into the start some market analysis and try to figure out, okay, well, let's try to pinpoint, some details around that. And so I'm going to ask it. I'm going to say, from a market analysis perspective, can you provide some demographic information on Miami, and good locations to start a business like this? Now let's see what it comes back with. It's picking up on continuing the conversation. So of course, they're saying that Brickell is a good place because of the financial district, high concentration of young professionals, affluent residents, those sort of things. Why it's suitable? Well, it's a good place that is convenient. Again, high-end wellness and beauty services, right? That makes perfect sense. Why it would put Brickell in there. Same thing with Coral Gables, and then it starts to give you more information on what that is going to look like. Now, you don't want to lose this information, right? And so it's important to be able to use it. Again, copy and paste, whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to show you, how you can make sure that you aren't going to lose this. And we're just going to say, we're just going to do this. We're going to come down here and we're just going to copy it all. Why not? We don't know what we're going to do with it quite yet, but we're just going to copy it. We're going to come over here to our market analysis piece. We'll just modify the slide on our own because we just want a new slide. We don't care about some of this other stuff. We just don't want to lose that information. We're going to keep it for later. And I just dropped it in my PowerPoint presentation. Just that easy for you all to see that, cutting and pasting and formatting, a lot of things that you can do, as you get more advanced with the AI, but I'm not going to focus on that kind of stuff today. I want you to be able to get the information and then you tailor it, tweak it to whatever you want it to look like. And so, that's great. We got all this information, and then it gives you market considerations for each, location that you have. The affluence and spending power, the lifestyle, health trends, visibility and foot traffic, and local competition. That is, very important when it comes to where you are going to establish yourself. Now, the other thing that is important also is cost. How much are you willing to spend on rent? How much are you willing to spend on location signage? Being close to South Beach, for example, some of those things are maybe more important to you because you're trying to set a certain tone, a certain level of services that you want to provide. And so you can tailor it, again, tweak it, ask it different questions on what that is going to look like. And so we're going to say, now can you give me information? Let's back up a little bit. Give me financial information on the cost of rent per square foot in each of the locations above, because that's important. We want to know how much rent we're going to have to pay, because if you're not charging enough and you're paying too much rent, what does that mean? You're going out of business really quick, right? And so it's going to give you some averages on rent, annually, which is always going to be good. It's helpful when you go to a real estate, agent and you're trying to look for rent space. It gives you some comparative things that you can use, as well as some potential projections that you are going to want to have, at the ready when you get ready to do some of those, deep dive into the financials around that. And so all this information, is fantastic, because as you're looking at different things, as you're trying to get different information that's out there, very important. And I think this would be a good place, because, you've got a range here. Ranges are always good, but this usually means that I like to get another perspective on some of those things. Now, again, we're going to just copy and paste it, and we'll come over to Cohere, and we're going to ask Cohere. Now, remember, Cohere didn't get the last question that we had, so we're going to have to be a little bit more specific, and we're going to say, can you give me financial information on the cost of rent per square foot in the main business locations in Miami, and additional demographic information, and we'll see what it comes back with. Cohere is doing the same sort of thing. It's giving you some different things on the square foot. Now, again, let's see if we can fit both of these in here. Let's go to Brickell. It starts with Brickell, right up here, and I'm almost there. Stay with me. It's giving you an average, a range of 40 to 75. This says 50 to 70. Not too bad. Average of 55. Not bad at all. So now you've got 2 points that are giving you something very, very similar. Downtown Miami, I guess there's a couple of districts that we could compare that to, but not quite. So we're going to skip that, but still in the same general area and general information. Coral Gables is 45 to 60, and ChatGPT 35 to 55. You can see it's all pretty consistent though in what information that it is providing to you. And again, here's the demographic information that we asked for early on with ChatGPT that it gave us, and now Cohere is giving us something very similar, talking about income levels though, and tourism and cultural diversity. It really all depends on the direction that you want to go with your business. That's the same direction that you should go when you start asking some of these additional questions on of each of these tools, or whatever tool that you're using, because that at the end of the day is the only way that you're really going to be successful. It's really tailoring it to what you are looking for, exactly. And so just so you can see, every once in a while, maybe it's going to pop something in that maybe you don't quite understand, and you want to get some more information on it. And so you see lease terms up there, and maybe you don't have any idea what a triple net lease is for a building or a rental space. So let's ask. We'll say, I see lease terms on the list, and I recently got a quote for a triple net lease. No, it's not formatted perfectly, but that's okay. What is a triple net lease? Let's see what it comes back with, right? You want to ask questions. It's not a bad thing to do. So what it's going to do is it's going to pop up there, and it's going to say, it's a commercial agreement, blah, 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 blah. It goes through all of the information that is in there. It's talking about key characteristics of a triple net lease, and things that are going to be important for you as you are looking at, building your business plan and your financial projections, as well as the market that you and the customers that you want to specifically, advertise to. And so stay with us. We'll be back after a short commercial break, and I will show you how to do some financial projections as well as some advertising, give you some advertising ideas as we move forward. So thanks, stick around, and we'll be right back.